CLP, holding the vibe. This vibration, we're going to talk a little bit about the American history. The FBA history. You know what I mean? Give a like, share, drop a comment if you're vibing. And if you're new, hit that subscription button. It helped me, my channel grow. You know what I'm saying? But listen to the sound. What up, everybody? How is all doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope we get back on track sooner or later. So you can add to your thing. You know what I mean? January star. 2026 going off crazy, ain't it? A lot of stuff in social media going on right now. So we holding the vibe every week. You know what I mean? At least when I got time. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy surviving with my 2 jobs right now. But this morning, we got some time. And I was just thinking about history and everything that happened and the things that I'm learning. Because, the teachers' history in class, they think that's going to stick. At least they want it to stick and they want you to think a certain way. But when you disregard what they teach you and you hear new things, when you hear new realities, when you hear reasons for certain things, it makes you open your eyes. It makes you look at history for a second. And you can actually figure things out from all the going-ons and all the shenanigans, all the misleading, once you understand that we've been misled. You know what I'm saying? Because George Washington 200 years ago said in 200 years they would not know who they are. Now this is 200 plus years now, right? After George Washington. And we really don't know their history, but guess what? Time's up. We're in the information age. I think it started in 2000. I'm not sure. But we're in the information age and information is out here. And if you're vibing on a high vibration, you're going to be feeling things. And thoughts and things going to be breaking down, and you're going to be seeing through the facade that they put on this, you know what I mean? Because when I'm looking at history and the term FBA, Foundation Black American, once that came in play, it got me thinking. You know what I'm saying? All about the Aboriginal peoples of the North, of the Americas actually, the North continent, the South continent, the Caribbean islands. Got me thinking about all the Aboriginal peoples. Those are the FBAs. You know what I'm saying? We have to make sense of it now. Because when colonization came in, they changed the language, they changed the temperature, they changed the time and everything. That's how come George Washington can say in 200 years, they're not going to know who they are. They're not going to know themselves. They're not going to know their history. And all the way up to at least 5 years ago, they were talking about, you don't know yourself. You don't know who you are. You came from Africa. You came from there. And all of that stuff. Come to find out that they brought Africans to mix in with the FBAs. They came from Europe to mixed in with the FBAs. And all of these people came and mixed in and talking about natives. They're the natives of the land. Because they live there, that's where they live. They didn't say they mixed in with the Aboriginal people. They try not to tell you that, but that's part of the story. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing a long research for a while, trying to understand and figure things out. So I've been hearing things throughout the years, and then bits of the pieces I'm putting it together. And so far, this is where we are. You know what I'm saying? The FBA, the Foundation Black Americans, are the Aboriginal people of the Americas. Now in the South continent, because of all the colonization and all the land got broken up and split up into different countries, those countries that got taken over and invaded by the European sectors, the European countries, they brought their languages and all of that too. So now you got different languages in the South. Even the Caribbean islands is all mixed up with English, French, Creole, Spanish, all of the different languages that's in the Caribbean islands as well. Mostly English in the islands. And then the North continent, America, is English. But then you have the Canada, that's both English and French. You know what I'm saying? And Alaska is, I don't know what they speak over there. English? Because when I watch Discovery Channel, it's English, right? You know what I'm saying? What language do they speak in Alaska? So we have to look at the history. You know what I'm saying? Colonization changed everything, changed the way of life. Because those people that came and settled, and started building the country, they saw a vision for themselves. disregarding what was already here. You know what I'm saying? And in war, in takeover, in bad climates, the winner always tell their story. The loser don't really get to say much. You know what I'm saying? As Isaac can see, this is the reality. You know what I mean? So the FBAs are the Aboriginal people of the Americas. You know, even my last video, when I talked about the Taino Indians, from mainland America, they went to the Caribbean islands, and I know the history of Jamaica, the Taino Indians became the Arawaki Indians. And they're the Aboriginal people of Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And then when colonization takes off, and all the other peoples from the other different countries started coming in, even in Jamaica, the Asians started coming in as well. The Europeans started coming in, the English started coming in. So everybody's mixed, you know? And obviously the Africans came as well. And you know, Jamaica motto, right, is out of many, one people. I know because I'm a yard man. Out of many, one people. I didn't understand that as a young child, but now I'm older and I'm looking at reality for what it is, and now I understood. Jamaica is for everybody, because everybody came there and everybody developed there and everybody grew there. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're talking about the FBA and the American history. This is really bad, man. The takeover is really bad, you know what I mean? But that's the reality.